Welcome to the 10-minute breathing space. This is a practice you can do anytime you've got 10 minutes to spare. You can do it as a regular practice each day, or anytime maybe when you're particularly agitated and you need to center and relax, or as a regular practice. So, closing the eyes. Sitting comfortably, relaxed with an erect and dignified posture, just bringing your attention inward to a sense of your body, here sitting on the chair or on the floor, however you're sitting. Staying with the sound of the bell, as if breathing in the sound through your ears. The sound comes and goes, rises and falls, changing. Being aware of your sense of hearing, the vibrations passing through the air and reaching your ear. Listening in an open and non-judgmental way. Sound, just as it is, as if breathing it in. As if hearing for the first time, beginner's mind. Now noticing the sounds in the room, outside the room, in the distance. Subtle sounds, more obvious sounds. Noticing any judgments, any aversion or attraction to particular sounds, and as best you can, letting go of these judgments and staying with simple awareness. Knowing that sounds, like all other phenomena, come and go, rise and fall. Likewise with our moods, coming and going, rising and falling, changing. Notice how we get our mind caught up in worries about the future or ruminations about the past. And as best you can, simply coming back again and again to the present moment of open acceptance to what is right now. Developing our observing mind, our wise mind. Acknowledging also that this may not be easy, just as best you can, staying with what is. Developing a compassionate, heartful attitude to ourselves. Becoming aware now of the body in contact with the chair or the floor or the seat. The points of contact, getting in touch with the force of gravity, which we experience as our weight. From those points of the body that are touching the floor or the seat, imagining the force of gravity going into the floor and down into the ground, into the center of the earth, like shafts of energy. Imagining drawing the breath up from the earth, on the in-breath, into the feet, and then letting it go back down on the out-breath. Drawing the breath up from the earth, and then letting it go back down. So you have a kind of circuit with the breath, up and in from the earth, into the body, and back down again on the out-breath. Those points in the feet which are in touch with the floor. And as with the feet, so with the thighs and buttocks, drawing the breath up from the earth into the seat, and then, on the out-breath, letting it go back to the earth. So you have a solid sense of your body in touch with the ground, floor and seat, drawing up from the earth on the in-breath, and letting go back down to the earth on the out-breath, letting go of any tension that you notice as you breathe out, as best you can. Now bringing your attention to your sense of smell. And as you bring your attention to your sense of smell, you will become aware of sensation in your nostrils. You may sense a kind of tingling or throbbing or itching just around the tips of the nostril and the area of the upper lip. Noticing any sensation in that area. Comes and goes with the breath as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Very slight sensations. You may notice that the air coming in is warmer and the air going out is cooler. Just notice if you can get in touch with that. Coming in and going out. Slightly cooler coming in, slightly warmer going out, as the breath is warmed by the body. If your mind is wandering, just keep coming back to that triangular area around the tips of the nostrils and the upper lip, again and again, if your mind is pulled away. This is known as the anchor breath, because it can anchor us in the present moment. Just noticing the sensations in the nostrils and the upper lip, as the cool air comes in and the warm air goes out. You may also notice that one nostril is more open than the other. For example, the left nostril may be more open at the moment, and it can shift from left to right. Or perhaps both nostrils are open, just noticing as best you can. The cool air coming in and the warm air going out. Which nostril is open? Noticing any tingling or throbbing or itching that's happening as well. Just with an open mind, not trying to judge or anything like that. Just staying with it with an open mind. And if the thoughts become strong and you're taken away from the practice, that's fine. Gently keep coming back again and again, as you build up this new muscle of spacious awareness in the present moment. Like waves on the shore, the breath rises and falls, rises and falls. Knowing that the word psyche, as in psychology and psychotherapy, one of the meanings of psyche is breath. So our breath and our psychological state are intimately connected. So staying with that breath, rising and falling, rising and falling. Like waves on the shore, you're sitting back enjoying the view of your breath, rising and falling. And you'll notice also that away from the nostrils and the upper lip area, there's a rise and fall in the body. So notice the movement in the body as you breathe, in your chest, in your tummy. Rises and falls. And notice how the breath is. Is it shallow? Is it mostly in the chest? Or is it deep down in the tummy? Does it feel heavy or light? Easy or labored? Fast or slow? Again, just being curious without judgment. Rising and falling. Rising and falling. Being very curious about how your breath lives in you in this moment, in your body. And you'll notice that there's a certain shape to the breath. There's a drawing in of the breath, and there's a slight pause, and we breathe out. And there's a slightly longer pause. And then, miraculously, the breath comes back again as we draw the breath back in again, without having to think about it. Paying particular attention to that moment when we have breathed out, there's a pause, and just that flip over when we breathe in again. As if life is breathing through us, so we don't have to do anything, judge anything. We're just observing. Oh, this is how the breath is with me right now. Knowing that the breath changes all the time, and it is very sensitive to our emotional state. So how is it now? Just noticing how the breath is, how the breath lives in you right now, rising and falling. The shape of the breath, the depth of the breath, speed of the breath, the ease or difficulty of the breath, and how it's in your nostrils, the cool air coming in and the warm air going out. And noticing the whole body. As you draw in, telling yourself, it's okay. However I am, it's okay. And on the out-breath, just letting go. As best you can. It's okay. And letting go. As best you can, the whole body breathing here now. And now preparing to finish. Preparing to open the eyes very slowly. As if you're seeing for the first time. Imagine somebody who hasn't been able to see and suddenly can see colours, shapes, objects, distances. With that beginner's mind, fresh mind. And keeping some of that inner awareness with you as you go about the rest of your day.